right, friends, today we are going to be learning about plants. We're going to be looking at the different kinds of plants that I have in my house and talking about the different types of plants, what you use them for, and like how their leaves are different or the same from each other, what they like and don't like, and how to keep them happy. So, first of all, my plants are inside my house because it is still snowy out. So you can see today it's snowy and cold. These little pots outside are just waiting for my herb plants to go and get potted inside of so they can enjoy some sunshine and warm weather. But today is not that day. So hopefully soon springtime will come around and the sun will come out a lot more. It'll be warmer outside and you'll start to see trees outside go from their naked bare branches to having little buds, and eventually those buds turn into green leaves. Flowers start to come out of the ground and just a lot of pretty plants. So they love the sunshine and they love the warm weather, and I have to keep them in my house to give them some sunlight and warmer weather. So we'll check that out. So first, we have herbs. Herbs are types of little plants that you can either buy as little tiny baby seeds and then plant them in dirt, and then they grow into these. Or you can go to the store and buy the herbs like this, like we did, and they've already started to grow. So once it gets warm enough, we're going to take all these herbs, put them in their happy plant pots outside, and put them in the sunshine, and they'll grow really big. So we have them in their nice little cozy box. This is called a grow light. This is a special light that you buy at the store, and it provides sunlight for the plants. So while I have days like today where there's no sun, it's snowy out and cold, these plants can still be happy under their little sunlight. So we have them all set up in there, and we're going to kind of quickly go over all of these herbs we have. So first we have cilantro. Cilantro is a type of herb that you put on top of food, or you can mix it in with food, like people mix it in with rice. And maybe you had chipotle rice before. They use cilantro inside of their rice. It smells very good. And the leaves are kind of this U shape, and they have little edges that poke out, and they're kind of smooth, a little bit bumpy, and they're really tall. That's cilantro. Next, we have an onion chive. Onion chive, it kind of looks like grass, but it has these little black seeds at the end. And you use this in your cooking, and it tastes like onions. So it's a type of onion plant. Did you know that onions inside of your fridge and at the grocery store, the big round onions, those come from the ground? They were once little tiny buds of seeds. This is sweet basil. This is used when you cook Italian foods, so like spaghetti and pasta sauces. It has a very strong taste to it. The leaves are smooth and they're kind of big and round, and it's a shorter plant. Here is another Italian food herb you put on top of pasta, is Italian oregano. This is a tall, skinny plant. The leaves kind of look like leaves on trees. And the smell is a little bit smelly, but you have to smell really hard to be able to smell what the oregano smells like. I also have garden sage. This is very bumpy, as you can see. It kind of looks fuzzy, and it grows from the middle out, and you use it on top of foods. just to make them look pretty. On the back of each of these cards, it tells you what kind of sunshine they like, what kind of space they need from other plants, and what kind of container they need for you to plant it in, because they don't stay in these little containers for very long because they get way too big and crowded, and then they are not happy. The next one is lemon thyme. This smells just like lemons. So it's not a lemon plant. Lemons actually grow from trees, and this is just a little herb with tiny little leaves that just smells like lemons. Another plant we have is our mint. This is mint. Again, the leaves are pretty bumpy and rough. It's a big fluffy plant. But mint, you know, like mint ice cream, mint gum, you can have mint candies. That flavor of mint comes from a plant. And this is that plant. So we have some mint. It smells really, really good. And our last herb is called rosemary. I have a student in Treehouse named Rosemary, and I miss her so much. So Rosemary, did you know that there is a plant that is named the same name as you, and it looks like this? Kind of looks like a little pine tree with little tiny needles. It's very, very strong smelling. And you put it on top of foods like chicken or salmon, and it's pretty yummy. But that's our rosemary plant. It's also very tall. So all of these herbs are a type of plant that you can eat. So you can eat every single one of these. You can take it, you always wash your plants before you eat them, get all the dirt off. But you could just eat it like this, like I could just eat the leaf. Or a lot of times they're a lot better if you cook them or put them with other types of foods like I was mentioning before. But yeah, these are all edible plants, so I'm growing some food for us. The next plant I have is an indoor plant. So this plant is not going to go outside with these ones. It's going to stay inside of our house because it likes the temperature to kind of stay just warm, not too hot, not too cold. It doesn't like to be outside much. It doesn't need too much sunlight. So we have this plant. It's called a jade. This jade is a baby jade. They get really, really thick and really, really big. Ours is just a little tiny one right now. We have it in this little pot. And once it gets bigger and bigger, we'll put it in a bigger pot so that it can have more space for the roots to grow in the dirt. The leaves are kind of thick and squishy. It's very smooth. It doesn't smell. It's just kind of a pretty plant to have, to look at. So that's our jade plant. Next, but not forgotten, is a tree. I have a tree inside of my house. Oh, wow. Are you ready? Dun, 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 dun. This is called a ficus tree. So as you can see, my tree is taller than me, but it's not like a tree that you see outside that's like way huge. That would be way too big to put inside my house. The ficus is in this big pot. We have some rocks because rocks provide minerals and nutrients for the tree, and some dirt. And the tree trunk is kind of cool because it weaves in and out of each other. It's kind of a neat thing. And then it spreads out and all the leaves grow off of it. Right now, my ficus tree still thinks it's winter time because it's a little bit cooler outside. And so I don't have as many full green leaves as I would in the summertime. The tree kind of goes to sleep and the leaves fall off. But this is a ficus tree. Did you guys know you could have trees inside of your house? Pretty cool. So there you guys have it. I have all of my plants in my house. I hope you guys enjoyed that, kind of looking around at my plants and learning about them. Take time at your house to see if you have plants outside or inside. Maybe you have plants or flowers that you just look at. Maybe you have plants that you grow tomatoes and food from. So ask your mom and dads to kind of go over the plants and go on a plant hunt and learn about all the plants inside your house. Thanks for hanging with me. Bye.